Hello, welcome back to another episode of my all-English Southampton career mode on FIFA 13. We start this episode off on transfer deadline day. I do have a few players I do have in mind that I want to get. David Beckham being at the top of that list. So I go to approach to loan him. But the player's salary expectations will be too high for us to afford, so it doesn't matter what I do. Even despite the fact David Beckham's not actually getting paid at PSG because he's given all his money to a local charity in Paris, but apparently I still can't afford that, so it shows how poor I really am. I go to Lee Catamol, but I'm not really too sure who I want to sign. I mean, Horsam, he's got good stamina, but that's pretty much about it. Colback's got good balance, he's got good stamina, he's got good aggression, but he's pretty bad elsewhere with crossing and finishing and all that stuff. Lee Catamol's got good tackling, he's got good stamina, which I do like. His aggression's pretty high too, but still, it's not that great. Dan Gosling is, well, he's got no great areas that he's in, but he's young and he has room to grow. But Jake Livermore is the same age and he's already got great stamina, he's got good aggression. But so I think it's going to be between Livermore, Gosling and Catamol. Livermore's more expensive, but either way, I'm going to approach Spurs to loan him. And that is the third player now that I'm going to attempt to loan from Spurs, because I've already got Courtois and Kane. So I'll put in a future fee of 4 million for a full season for the services of Jake Livermore. And yeah, so maybe I will sign him at the end, but I'm not too sure. So we can move on in the transfer deadline day. 9 hours remaining and nothing's happened. Tottenham still haven't got back to me. And here we go, Spurs loan offer. They will get back to us again shortly because the management team are reviewing our offer to take Jake Livermore on loan. We also get a transfer offer from Barnsley, which is actually a loan offer for Jake Sinclair. We're just going to accept that straight away. No offence, Jake, but you're really not in my plans for this season. And that's just confirmation that he's gone. So we advance once again in the transfer deadline day. I sort of hope that I do. Oh, here we go. The player will be joining you shortly. So yes, Spurs have allowed Jake Livermore to come join me on loan. I'm quite happy with that. It gives me more depth for my midfielders, and hopefully we will be able to get one more player and sell another player. 'Cause I want to get rid of Lee, Ramirez, but at the moment my squad is full, so I pretty much have to get rid of Lee and Ramirez now. So we move on in the transfer deadline day. Got 6 hours remaining for something to go down, something good to happen for me. And then for some stupid reason, I go back to my shortlist, despite the fact I've just checked that I can't approach people. So why do I bother going back in it again? I don't know. Maybe I was having a funny 5 minutes. But then speaking of 5, we have 5 hours remaining. And we have a transfer offer for Lee from Aston Villa for £1.1 million, so I'm going to accept that straight away. See you later, Lee. You're not English, so I can't use you. So hopefully that will be sorted as soon as possible. We have 4 hours remaining, and yes, player sold. Lee has now gone to Aston Villa, so that gives us an extra 925,000 in the transfer budget. So we go straight back to the shortlist, and once again we're going to look at David Beckham. Approach to loan him, but then his salary expectations are still too high for me, so I think I'll just remove David Beckham completely off my shortlist. I've given up all hope of signing Beckham. Maybe I'll try again a bit later on, but I do want Dan Gosling, but even his wage is higher than what I can afford, so I won't be able to get Gosling either. But I don't think I really need Gosling. I mean, I've got enough depth in my midfield now with Court, Lallana, Livermore, Ward-Prowse. So one area I don't have any depth in whatsoever is the left back position. I only have Luke Shaw. He's very young, he's only 16 in the game, so he may get quite fatigued very quickly. So I go to search for a left back from 65 to 85 overall. Put in the maximum worth for $1 million and the wage for 11,000. Let's see what we can find here. I was sort of hoping for not like a young player with a lot of potential, because I already have Luke Shaw there. So I just want someone who's experienced, still good, still can run, still can play, get a few seasons out of him. And yeah, so when this thing finally does it, we'll see. Nick Shawley, I do like him. I mean, he is quite old, but still. Wayne Bridge, I would try and get him, but I know he's on loan at Brighton. I've already tried with Liam Ridgewell. And Nick Shawley, I'm going to go for Nick Shawley just because on Monday night, how much of a warrior he was against Man United, had to change his t-shirt 3 times, I believe, just because of the amount of blood that kept pouring out of his head. And also he's got less than a year left in his contract, so hopefully I'll be able to get him on the cheap. So let's hope that Reading get back to me quickly on that. Otherwise, I think if they don't get back to me now, I won't be able to sign him. And they haven't got back to me, so this is going to be very close. And they've rejected the transfer offer, but we have an offer for Billy Sharp from Reading, 1.9 million. I'm going to say no to that because I think I'm going to need him just in case Lambert isn't doing so well, and the fact he's injured now is even more. And Reading did reject Nick Shawley, I'm not even too sure how to say his name. So I generally think I don't have enough time to sign anyone else. I only have 2 hours remaining. So I'm just going to run down the clock, see if anything else happens for me. 1 hour remaining. And did you see that? It went down from 1 hour remaining, back to 2, down to 1 again. There's evidence of more FIFA cock-ups in this. And there we go, transfer is over. It wasn't a great deadline day, but still... What? Again? 2 cock-ups in the space of 10 seconds. Congratulations, EA, you suck. And I mean that. Is it over now, or do they want me to go through another hour of transfers? Right, there we go. Transfer deadline day is over. And also, just to check up on Daniel Madine. He's still got the potential for either from between 68 and 90. I haven't actually figured out his position yet, but I am liking what I see with him. So we're just going to move on in advance to the Arsenal game coming up at the Emirates. And as I can see, they haven't really got any new signings in. They've got Mikel in defence, so I'm going to try and attack on that. I can also see that Walcott, Cazorla, Podolski are not playing. So hopefully that will give me a little bit more of a chance. And as you can see, Steele, Klein, Baker, Corkler, Butterfield. I'm giving Livermore his debut. Cork, Redmond, Puncheon, Rodriguez and Sharp are up front. So yeah, hopefully I've got this. And I haven't got Chesney in goal either, so that gives me another bit more of a sort of advantage as I get the game started in the pouring down rain of the Emirates. So Rodriguez has the ball, just trying to find some space. Punch on, gets tackled by Wilshere. What a great player Wilshere is. Saw him play live at Brazil a few weeks ago and he was absolutely amazing. Javinho tackles me right near my area. Oxlade-Chamberlain finds Gibbs, and then they just start going in attack, and my defence just gives them so much room for Coquelin, and then Wilshere just smashes the ball into the top left corner, leaving me absolutely helpless. And 9 minutes in, and Arsenal are already kicking my arse. And I was already getting worried by this point that this was going to be like the real life score, which I believe was 6-1. I think at the beginning, early stage of the season. But keep in mind, Southampton did score 2 of Arsenal's goals, so technically it was 4-3. Then Arsenal once again come on the attack with Oxlade-Chamberlain running down the wing. He gets in there, and then Butterfield, making his first appearance under me, absolutely takes him out and gives away a penalty. And Giroud steps up and he smashes it over the bar. So that's a lifeline for me. I've escaped a 2-0, going down 2-0 to Arsenal, which is the last thing I want right now. And then Redmond plays up the wing for nothing.
Did anybody know anything about it?
But once again, Oxlade-Chamberlain's been a real pain in the arse. Gets into the area, he just walks around me. And luckily no one was there. I generally thought it was like another Kagawa situation where he just dances around and scores. So Redmond goes up, attacks along the wing thanks to a small ball from Nathaniel Klein. He cuts in, he cuts back, just trying to confuse Gibbs where he's going to go. He breaks down the middle, finds Rodriguez. Rodriguez gets into space and just smashes the ball in to equalise in the 38th minute. I'm really liking Rodriguez in this game. He's just got that quick ability. He shows he's quite strong. He can hold his defenders. I am liking it. Then just before half time, Punchon's down the wing. He's cutting in. He finds Billy Sharp. And Billy Sharp once again goes for Rodriguez. He turns Vermaelen, and then once again smashes the ball past Manone, I believe he's called, or pronounced, to give me a half-time lead, 2-1. And I am happy with this. And I'm already thinking now that maybe this is getting a little bit too easy on professional. I am really considering moving the game up to world class, but I am worried that it's going to be just a load of games where I'm getting absolutely hammered or nil-nils. But I will think about that. In the early stages of the second half, Billy Sharp has a great chance. It was greatly saved there by Manone. As you see, Stoke will actually lead in Man City. Then Redmond plays in a free kick. And then another great reaction save from Manone, and the ball just did not feel right for me, and it goes wide for a goal kick. Hang on, 3-1? Oh, I've accidentally cut out a goal. Okay, basically the goal, I can't remember who scored it, but I think it was something like that from Billy Sharp. It was nothing special. Great editing fail by me there. And then as the game rolls on, I decided to make a few substitutions. I take off Billy Sharp, bring on Harry Kane just to get more rivalry, getting some more Tottenham players on. I bring on Nathan Dyer to make his first actual appearance for me in the Premier League season. Redmond has been great in this game, but I want to give him a bit of a rest for the Capital One Cup game. Nathaniel Dyer just gets in. Harry Kane has such a good chance to get his name on a goal on the score sheet, and he cocks it up. As we get into injury time, some great play there by Arsenal. Giroud gets in, he's one-on-one with the keeper, sort of. There's some great defending, but a great goalkeeping, and then somehow Gervinho smashes the ball over in an open goal situation. So that's the final score. Punchon did get that third goal, and I beat Arsenal 3-1. Okay, now I move straight on to the Capital One Cup match. I have accidentally, another editing mistake, I've actually edited out the team list, but I do have Cheltenham Town. I believe they are a League 2 side, I'm not sure, League 2 or League 1. So I was sort of hoping this should be quite easy for me. I am playing a little bit more of a stronger team than I did last time in the Capital One Cup. So I wanted to give Dyer an actual proper full game before I start using him against Premier League teams. And there he goes on the ball down the wing. He turns Jones, knocks the ball into Wickham, and Wickham gets tackled in the area. Then Harry Kane with a great shot, and then Dyer misses an open goal. It doesn't really matter anyway because it was not miles offside, it was just offside. But still. Then that was really it for the first half. Not much happened. I couldn't get through their defence. Their goalkeeper was unstoppable. But in injury time, Scott Sinclair plays the ball down to Connor Wickham. Wickham turns, goes to one side and just smashes the ball wide from distance. So not the greatest first half, and somehow I'm actually struggling to break down Cheltenham Town. In the early stages of the second half, Jack Cork picks up the ball near his own area. Just no one puts any pressure on him. Gets a little bit of pressure there, but still runs through, finds Wickham. Wickham gets into space in the area and just smashes the ball. There's a great save, but no one was there to carry on to that rebound. Scott Sinclair wins the ball back, and Ward-Prowse just it wasn't a bad shot, but still wasn't anything special and had no chance of going in. And Scott Sinclair once again gets on the attack, finds Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse knocks up to Wickham. Wickham has another great save. I don't know who this keeper is, but he is on form in this match. There's nothing I can do to actually get past him. Play the corner in, and once again Ward-Prowse tries from distance and fucks up from distance. So I decided to make a few substitutions because I do not want to be humiliated. I don't want to lose to Cheltenham Town in the Capital One Cup because I actually want to try and win this. So I bring on Redmond for Dyer because I don't want Dyer to get injured. I bring Lallana on, and I bring Billy Sharp on as well. So hopefully, because I don't want to go into penalties, I don't even want to go in extra time, I don't want to do anything I don't have to do. Connor Wickham picks the ball up in the middle of their half and does pretty well. The shot was deflected and it goes off for a corner. Then the injury time of the second half, my last chance to score, Billy Sharp runs through the area and another great save and no one's there for the rebound. And then I tried to get a tackle in and knock the ball away, but just not doing so. It looks like I am going into extra time with Cheltenham Town somehow. I do not quite understand how I have not scored yet, but their keeper must be man of the match so far. There's just nothing I could do, and I'm already worried that I'm going to be in penalty shootouts. As we get into the first period of extra time, Redmond runs down the wing. Cross comes to nothing. Lallana does pick up eventually though. From the edge of the area, has a shot, just goes wide of the post. But still, I'm actually worried that I'm going to just cock up on penalties. At the end of the first half, in the extra time, I got worried. I play a cross through. They managed to keep it in play, and that header just fizzes past the post, and that was a warning sign for me. I was literally on the edge of my seat, crapping myself, shouting abuse at the TV. But then, the second period of extra time, Wickham picks up the ball, plays it to Redmond. Redmond runs into the area, turns the defence, smashes it, and then Billy Sharp is there to hammer in the rebound. It only took 115 minutes, but I got the lead against Cheltenham Town. I will say, it's been a lot harder. It was harder than Arsenal, which is quite surprising. And I actually thought I was actually going to smash the ball over then, because I did hit it with quite a lot of power. But yeah, luckily that's it, and that was pretty much it for the whole game. Cheltenham Town couldn't really come back from that. They only had 5 minutes to do anything, and I'm through to the next round of the Capital One Cup somehow. And yeah, fuck Cheltenham Town, never playing them again. And that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you are enjoying it. Do please comment, like and subscribe. Give me any advice if you want to see any changes, if you want me to do anything extra. But yeah, so comment, like, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you all next time, where I will probably move up to world class difficulty.
Southampton 1,